Very, very good performance. Started the game ever so well, the tempo and speed that we wanted in the game. Got the goals early on, and then we continue in that manner. We weren't troubled too much. Obviously, every throw-in was coming into the box virtually, and deep free kicks were coming into the box. But I thought we dealt with that well. In fairness to them, they scored a fantastic header. So that was our only blemish. But over the course of the game, the speed of our play, the attacking moments, we looked very, very good. And we played very, very well.
Hello again, a warm welcome back to the Celtic Villa podcast. We're going to go through Celtic 3, Hibs 1 in the League Cup earlier on today. Brilliant performance by Celtic. Let's say hello to John. How's things tonight, John?
All right, Xander, how's you?
Yeah, good. All good after that today. What a spectacular performance by Celtic today, especially in that first half. Just blew Hibs away in the first half an hour. You know, Hibs absolutely no looking. Great crowd as well, John, I might add. It looked like a full house the other day. Just, it's good to see the fans turning up on a Sunday especially. The game was on the telly, but it didn't matter. The fans turned up. Just a great turnout and a great day for Celtic.
Aye, well done, the Celtic fans turned up in their numbers today. It must have been a crowd of 57,000 there, I would say, 58,000.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding, John. And to a man, thank you to every one of them, because that was just brilliant. Every one of them turning up today for that. And a good atmosphere as well at the game, John.
Aye, it was good atmosphere, aye. I was quite surprised. I was expecting a kind of flat atmosphere, but there was the crowd were loving it today, Xander. Really good atmosphere.
Well, that's good, John. Before we get into the post-match, before we get into the actual game itself, a wee bit of housekeeping. Hit that notification bell, please. Hit the notification bell, subscribers, because we need you to do that so you can get a wee update when there's a new podcast. So just hit that notification bell, help the channel out, hit the subscribe button as well. And before we go any further, John, I want to do the competition, right? What I've done is I've put all the names, all the correct entries, and I think there was 27 of them, by the way. There was 257 entries and 27 correct, John, so that's quite impressive. So the 27 names are into like a Wheel of Fortune, John, right? A Wheel of Fortune. So all the names are there, and we'll let the computer pick the winner. So let's have a wee look at this. Okay, John, so there you go. That's the winner, George Fergie. Congratulations to George Fergie. He wins the Celtic Legends Wall metal plaque, John. Outstanding prize there. These prizes are just amazing. So what we need you to do, George, is contact us on the Facebook or the Messenger. Leave us your address and we'll get that sent out to you on Monday morning. So congratulations to George getting the correct score, John, 3-1. And thank you to everybody that entered the competition, and unlucky to the correct guesses as well. We can only have one winner, John.
Only one winner. Well done, George. That's a nice one, mate. I've not seen the prizes, but Xander says they're pretty good. So I take it it's a half-decent prize. He doesn't give away rubbish on this channel. So well done, George.
No, John, you're right, John. It's a really good prize. I quite like them myself. So, yeah. Congratulations to George getting his name pulled out of the hat out of 27, I think it was. So congratulations to you. Okay, John, we'll move on. Let's move on because we've got a lot to get through, and it's just a quick one tonight. So let's get started. Dallas was in the VAR. Obviously, you know, John, he was there in the VAR. And there was a couple of dodgy decisions today with VAR, but we're going to get through all that. But let's get into the game. And we're ahead right away, ain't we, John? Within 3 minutes, we've scored. Maeda was up front. Obviously, no Kyogo today. So we were correct on the preview, John, that he would be out injured. We said that on Wednesday, actually, didn't we? That he would be out injured. So Maeda played up front, John, and he did not disappoint, did he?
No, Maeda was fantastic today. By the way, commiserations to all the other people that entered the competition. That's thanks for entering and hard luck.
Yeah, well said, John. Yeah.
Aye, Maeda's under top notch today. Was absolutely brilliant, and another new hairdo.
Yeah, I saw that, John. He's changed his hair again. I prefer his other hairstyle, to be honest with you. But anyway, it was a lovely assist from Hatate, wasn't it? And Maeda, for about 9 yards out, lifts it over the goalkeeper. Nice wee finish, John. Very confident. Very elegant, Maeda, and he looked quite comfortable up top today.
I thought it was outstanding today, Maeda. Really good up front. I know he plays up front for Japan quite a lot, so it's no position that he's never played in before. He is half decent up front. Obviously, I prefer Kyogo up front, and Dyson on the left-hand side's absolute fire, Xander.
Yeah, fire indeed, John. And before we get the second goal, John, there's Celtic's. I mean, what do you think of Celtic's style this season so far, John? That's slick. And then when we've not got the ball, the shutting down, it's outstanding to watch just now, Celtic, but especially the passing, intricate stuff, 1-2s, wee triangles. Just brilliant to watch, John. What did you think of Celtic's style of play today?
It was good. I really enjoyed it. It's just they've been consistent this season. I know we're only 3 games in, but they've been consistent in playing that style. They played like that in America against Man City and Chelsea as well. So I think Celtic have been outstanding. Like I says, it's the second season under Brendan Rodgers, so I think this is going to be a much stronger season.
Yeah, looks that way early doors, John. Okay, so that's it's just lovely to watch. It really is. Then we get the second goal, John, and it's Maeda again, isn't it? Yes, it's for about 8 yards out, similar sort of position. He's in between the 2 centre backs, isn't he? But it's a lovely finish again, John. Just slides it into the net to make it 2-0. It makes it look easy, Maeda, actually, didn't he? Flawless the first 14 minutes, 2 goals scored, John. He should have had a hat trick as well later on, but we'll get to that. But 2 nice finishes, John, inside the box where we want our centre forwards to be.
He looked like a seasoned striker, Maeda today. I thought he was outstanding. His second wee finish was just kind of under the keeper sort of thing. Kind of scrambled over the line, but too much pace on it for the defender to stop it. Well done, Maeda.
That's it, John. Over the keeper and under the keeper. He's just a brilliant player. I just love Maeda, I really do. And it's good to see him back in the team as well. He's been missing a couple of games, hasn't he? So, yeah, very comfortable, very confident. The fans are in raptures at this point, John. There's a great atmosphere at Celtic Park today. Fans loving every minute of it, and you can understand why. As I said earlier, the style of football was just lovely to watch. Okay, fast forward a wee bit, John, to the 34th minute. Because it was total domination, John, up to then. There's not really much more we can say about it. It's domination. Hibs didn't have a look in. 34th minute, yellow card for Cameron Carter-Vickers. John, it's a jump in the air for a 50-50 ball. But he doesn't get the ball, does he? He does sort of lean into the boy with the head. Deserved yellow, I think.
It's just misjudged that he's kind of stooped to try and win the header. That's not a good idea when there's a player standing in front of you, Xander. So that yellow card was merited, I would say.
Yeah, definitely, John. But yeah, it's just that was the first booking of the game. I just thought it was a 50-50 really, but as you said, John, he just mistimed his jump, didn't he? But okay, deserved yellow. We'll move on. And from the resulting free kick, John, Hibs from nowhere get a goal, and what a goal this is, to be honest with you. Kukarovic header from a free kick, the resulting free kick from the yellow, right into the box. Defence doesn't clear it, and it's a very decent looping header over the goalkeeper, who had no chance whatsoever with this one, John. Decent goal, 2-1 to Celtic, John. What did you think of that finish?
When I first seen it, I thought he's offside. Then obviously I seen the replay, and he's just marginally played onside by Hatate. But I totally agree with you. What a finish. Great ball into the box. And he's outfoxed Carter-Vickers and Alistair Johnston, I think it was, and headed it right across the keeper. No keeper's getting that. That was an outstanding finish.
It really was, John. And I thought that as well. So well done to that lad, Kukarovic. It was a nice header. Obviously, the defence could have done a wee bit better, but I didn't feel under any threat at all when they scored, did you?
No, up until that point, no. But after that, it becomes a wee bit nervy.
No, John, I didn't even feel under threat after they scored, to be honest with you. I felt comfortable. Because of the way we played the first 35 minutes, I thought we just need to continue playing like that, John, and there'll be no problem. And that's the way it turned out. But I know what you're saying, because Hibs, they were into the game a wee bit more after they scored, weren't they?
Michael Stewart was loving it. He was, this is end to end. What game are you watching? This game has been 95% Celtic possession. Hibs had a wee spell for 5 minutes and he's loving it. He's like, this is great. No, the Hibs were okay for about 5 minutes, and then basically the rest was Celtic dominating it.
Yeah, John, I agree with that. That's total domination from start to finish, if you're going to be totally honest. But, you know, we don't want to be disrespectful to Hibs, because they did score a goal at Celtic Park, and they did have a couple of wee, you know, moments in the game, shall we say. But decent goal anyway, John. Let's move on. 3 minutes later, James Forrest with a brilliant driving run into the box, and then beyond into the box up to the goal line, where he's about to have a shot, John. A beautiful driving run it was, and he goes down. Why would he go down, John, when he's just about to tap the ball into the net? Goes to VAR. Dallas, John, on the VAR, gives Celtic absolutely nothing. That was a stonewall penalty for me.
Well, it's a penalty for me all day. The guy's there, arms right on Forrest's back, and he shoved his elbow into his back, pushed him down. It's a stonewall penalty. VAR's had a look at it and decided, nope, that's never a penalty. And we were wondering, what's VAR deeming a penalty this season? Now, against Celtic, we're seeing how softly or how harshly Celtic are going to be treated. Because if that was Hibs, that penalty would have been given.
John, there's 2 sets of rules this season in the early doors in the first 3 or 4 games. And I'm beginning to see a trend, you know, growing here. And it's not on Celtic's favour, let's put it that way. But anyway, John, the penalty wasn't given. We'll get a wee bit more into that in midweek, because it's just a quick podcast tonight for the post-match, John. But we'll get more into that. I thought that was a terrible, terrible decision from even the referee, John. He points for a corner. You know, he should have at least pointed for the spot and then let VAR make the decision after that. Why would James Forrest go down when he's about to put the ball into the back of the net? James Forrest has never dived in his life. No, that I can remember anyway.
I can't remember James Forrest. Every player's had a wee dive every now and again, but I can't remember any instance for the past like that. But like you say, James Forrest is not the kind of boy that would do that if he's 1-on-1 with the keeper, basically, because it was right through the keeper.
Yeah,
he's got no reason to go down. It's just like you says, just strike the ball. It's probably in the back of the net, and the guy shoves him down from behind, and VAR at the cheat again.
Yeah, that's it, John. 3 games in a row, they've had decisions against us. So there's no point. We can bring this up because we're winning. You know, it would sound like sour grapes if we were losing, but I couldn't care less. I'm going to bring this up every time it happens, to be perfectly honest with you, John. Okay, half time goes, and just before half time, I noticed their goalkeeper was wasting time when they're losing. Did you notice that, John?
Every team does that against Celtic, Xander. Every team that come to Celtic Park do that. You know, their goalkeepers waste time. I did notice it. I always notice time wasting. You know, I've pointed it out quite a lot in the past.
Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. So anyway, it didn't do him any good, did it? So second half kicks off, and right away within a couple of minutes, Alistair Johnson gets a dead leg. As we used to call it at school, it was a DD. He got a DD in the leg. It was just one of the knees in the leg, if you remember that, John. It's really painful. Everybody was, you know, worried at that point that Alistair could have maybe had a more serious injury, but it was just a dead leg, wasn't it?
Aye, I've never had a DD, by the way.
If you know enough.
No, in the leg anyway. I don't remember. I remember one of your pals falling on top of me at 5-a-sides, fat guy, and crippled my shoulder for months.
Aye, that's what I mean, John. It happens. You know, it's really painful. The fat guy. All right, John, let's move on. Kuhn shot in the 51st minute. It was over. I went it for about 17 yards out. I thought Kuhn had time and space there, John. His effort was quite poor, I thought, because he had the space and time. He should have at least got that one in target, or am I being a wee bit harsh?
Is that the one who should have squared it to James Forrest as well?
Yes, as John.
Aye, that's screaming to be squared across the box, that one. I'm thinking that's exactly what Kuhn's going to do. He gets selfies, has a pathetic shot. But I thought Kuhn had a decent game anyway.
Yeah, he did. Brilliant again. Really good. He's a mainstay in the team now, isn't he? But that was a poor effort. You know, everybody's allowed a poor effort, I suppose. Then Jamesy has a similar effort for about 20 yards. 5 minutes later, over the bar again. So 2 sort of a poorer efforts. But I think Jamesy had a couple more bodies round about him. He had less space. Then the goal, John, to make it 3-1. And it's just pressure. You know, this is what this shutting down does. It causes the teams to panic. You know, Hibs panicked. You know, the ball played across to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper thought he had more time than he actually did. And Kuhn just intercepts and knocks it into the net for about 5 yards out, if even that. slack back pass, wasn't it? It's a mistake, really, if you're going to be honest. 3-1 Celtic.
I missed that goal because when Hibs were passing it about the back, I was writing my shopping list at the time. And I'm writing it down. I just took my effort for a second and it was in the net. I was not expecting it. So I missed it. Obviously, I've seen the replay, but I missed it in real time. Look, Nicholas Kuhn, he's quick press into it. So well done to Nicholas Kuhn, and bad play by Hibs, I would say. Slack passing, simple as that. Kuhn, right place, right time, 3-1.
Yeah, I hope we added noodles onto that shopping list, John. Right, moving on.
No, I didn't add noodles. I've already got noodles.
A minute later, Big Idah makes his reappearance as a Celtic player. I thought Big Idah, he's obviously not had any close season, John, so he looked a wee bit, he needs a couple of games, shall we say. But he still put himself about, so fair play to Big Idah. But what a reception the big man got.
Great reception and thoroughly deserved. It's good to have him back, and he's going to get better and better, Big Adam. We all know that. Had a wee chance with a slide ball through, a couple of wee half chances really. But look, he's still a bit flat. He's going to take a few weeks to get up to speed. And what I will say about him, you could see the strength of him against defenders. Absolutely brilliant. And he was chasing back and tackling them as well and winning the ball back. So he did put a wee kind of shift in, although he didn't score. He's only going to get better, Xander.
Oh, of course he is, John. He's going to be outstanding for us this season. Just needs a couple of games, as you say. But he came on for Forest anyway. Okay. What a reception that was. That was to a man standing for Idah. Brilliant to see. O'Reilly shot in the 64th minute. It was a good effort, but it was a decent height for the goalkeeper. For about 30 yards, John, it was a good distance out. Matt O'Reilly, good effort, but it wasn't quite in the corner, was it?
No, he still had a good game the day, Matt O'Reilly, although he never scored yet again. I thought he had a great performance today, Matt O'Reilly. Has he had his hair permed or something?
Yeah, he has actually, John. Yeah, he done that a couple of weeks ago. It's just beginning to grow now, and you can see it more. So yeah, he's had the hair permed. He's actually copied my wee grandson Matthew, Charlie, and Ashton. The three of them have got their hair permed. So.
All right, I was going to say it looks stupid, but since your grandsons have got it done.
No, that's the style, John. That's the style these days.
Right, I'm just jealous. I can't have a hairstyle like that for the rest of my life.
I'm the same. Don't worry about that. A couple of subs, John. Maeda off. What a reception he got as well. Yang on. That was what a performance for Maeda, John. And it also shows that we've got a step-in striker if we need it throughout the season.
Aye. Well, we have discussed that quite a few times on here. Maeda can always play up front if we've no got strikers, because we were saying that when Adam Idah before he signed. Maeda could play up top, and he does. He puts in a shift up front as well. He's very capable. So, I thought he was outstanding as a striker the day, Xander.
Yeah, he was. We sort of broke up there, John, but it may not affect the podcast. So, yeah, John, I totally agree. What a reception he got anyway. Another subs was, maybe 10 minutes later, because nothing really happened between then. Sort of game phased out after 3-1, didn't it? But we had Hatate off, who I thought was decent. Bernardo came on, John, who I thought was brilliant when he came on. Then we had Kuhn off and Lewis Palmer on. I think Bernardo's looking really sharp, John. I know you only had a fleeting appearance today, maybe 15 minutes, but I liked what I saw.
It looked okay. It's hard to come into a game like that, when it's basically finished and you're trying to stamp your mark on the game. But I thought he handled it quite well the time he was on.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant, John. I know he only was known for long, but I thought he was very good, very good. 80th minute, Palmer shot wide. Beautiful build-up play to this shot, John. Outstanding wee layoffs and triangles, and anyway, he put it wide, John, for about 18 yards out. Obviously, Palmer's a bit rusty as well. He's just back from his injury. He's his tackle, he's almost leg breaker in the Kilmarnock game a couple of weeks ago. But a good wee effort for Palmer, a couple of feet wide, and good build-up play as well.
It was okay. Just Palmer, he's looking a wee bit sharper than he did last season. I think. I know he was out injured, but he still looks. We know he had the last half of the season. Last season he had you could call it a bad half of a season, but we can still see. We all know he's got ability. It's just he needs to put that ability to use, Xander, because he's got bags at it. I love him. I think he's a cracking player, but he's not putting the best of his ability to good use, I don't think. I hope he does that this season because he has got bags of ability, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that injury's held him back a wee bit, but he has got bags of ability, John. I totally agree. And I think we're going to get a season out of all of our players that were a bit part last season. So I think we're going to get a good season out of all of them this season. So we'll only wait and see what happens, John. Right, that's full time. 3-1 to Celtic. It's a bit of a breeze. It's a bit of a canter. No problem whatsoever. Who was your man of the match, John?
We're talking about Dice and Maeda. We're not getting marks here. We usually mark the players, but I'm going to give my man of the match to Reo Hatate, Xander. I thought he was absolutely incredible today.
Yeah, I think it was incredible today. Maeda was outstanding as well, and Cameron had a good game as well. Big Vickers at the back had a good game, but not quite a man of the match performance. I'm going to go by the sponsors man of the match and go by Maeda. 2 early goals in a position he doesn't normally play. So Maeda for me, John, and you're right, Hatate was outstanding as well. But John, let's do markings 1 to 10. Just quickly run through these. Right, what's your 1 to 10? Individual player markings 1 to 10.
Right, okay, we'll do this quick. Goalkeeper, 6. Letting a goal. But his distribution in the game is good. I'll give him a 6. Well, no, give him a 7. There's nothing any goalkeeper could have done about that finish. So 7 for Casper, Cameron Carter Vickers 8, Liam Scales 7, Alistair Johnston 7, Greg Taylor 7, Centre of the Park Matt O'Reilly 8, Cal McGregor 8.5, Reo Hatate 9, Dyson Maeda 9, James Forrest 7, Nicholas Kuhn 7.5.
Nothing they could do about the goal, you're right, John. Alistair 7, Cameron 7.5, Scales 8. I thought he had a decent game the day, although he was wasteful a couple of times as well, wasn't he? So yeah, I'll stick with an 8 because he was solid enough. Greg Taylor 7.5, McGregor 7.5. It's looking like 7.5 all round here, John. Matt O'Reilly 8, Hatate 8.5, Kuhn 8, Maeda 8.5, and James Forrest 7.5.
What about Hatate?
I think I said Hatate, John, 8.
Did you say Hatate? Oh, I'm losing the plot. No, you went quiet at the start. You went quiet a wee bit.
Oh, did I? Right.
So I don't know if that's going to come through in the podcast. Before you gave your ratings, you went quiet. Aye, so you're giving your man of the match to Maeda. Aye. Well, it was a close thing between him and Hatate, but I think the work rate that Hatate put in and how Cammy was under pressure and all that, I just think he was outstanding today, Xander. Definitely man of the match for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was. I mean, what a team we've got now, actually, John. When you look at it, I know it's only Hibs twice in Kilmarnock, but you can only beat who is put in front of you. So that's. I think we're playing brilliant. Obviously, it's.
You're going quiet again, Xander.
They can't remember who they lost to, but they lost anyway. So it's going to be a very, very tough away fixture at St Mirren Park.
Aye, well, you're saying you can only beat who's put in front of you, but it's the nature of how Celtic's beating these teams that's put in front of them. They're beating them with conviction and playing them off the park, Xander. So there's a confidence about the team right now, and I'm delighted to see it.
Yeah. That's brilliant. You're right, John. It's but next week's going to be a wee bit tougher. St Mirren are normally very tough to play against, especially at St Mirren Park. So looking forward to that one. Falkirk in the next round of the cup at home, John. Falkirk at home, another tough fixture. But if we play anything like we did today, shouldn't be a problem there, I don't think.
No, it won't be a problem. I predicted a couple of days ago that Falkirk would knock Hearts out, and I was right. They're a half-decent team. Aye, I watched that game. Well done, Falkirk. I thought they were really good, Xander. So I think they will be a wee bit of a test, but I think Celtic should get past in quite easily.
Yeah. We're into the last 8 anyway, John, and that's the main thing. So Rangers got Dundee, by the way, if anybody's interested in that. We'll not do a Rivals Corner, just a quick one tonight, a quick post-match, John, that's all it is. A wee touch on Celtic ladies beating Glasgow City today. Great start for the champions there, John.
Aye, it was a good start. I watched that as well. Well, I watched the second half of it because by the time the Celtic game finished, I managed to just switch over. Watched the second half. I thought the Celtic ladies, they were quite poor today, but they got the job done against Glasgow City, so well done.
Yeah, John, they got the job done, and it's the start we've been looking for the Celtic ladies. So it couldn't be any tougher. Let's put it that way, John. They couldn't get a tougher start than playing Glasgow City, and it was a home game for Celtic, wasn't it? So anyway, John, that's 3 points for the ladies. Well done to them. All right, let's wrap it up, John. Let's go through the winner one more time. George Fergie. Congratulations, George. You're the winner. Out of 27 correct entries, 27 people said 3-1 out of 254 entries, John. That's very impressive. 27 correct entries.
Aye, 27 correct entries is good. That's unheard of, isn't it? So aye, well done to George. Once again, well done, George.
Yeah, and just before we call it a day, John, that was 3 correct entries from YouTube and 24 correct entries from Facebook. So YouTube, get the finger out. We need to start catching up with Facebook. No, well, as you say, John, well done, every single one of them. And I was impressed with the amount of entries as well, John. 254 entries into the competition. Thank you to everybody that entered. We're going to do a competition in midweek for the St Mirren game. We'll not do that just now. Any final thoughts, John, before we wrap it up?
No final thoughts. Just job done. Happy enough.
Yeah, we'll be back with the Rivals Corner and the comments in midweek because we're going to do a midweek because I've got a wee feeling there's going to be some more signing activity in midweek, John. What are you hoping for? A couple of players in the door?
Look, we're all hoping for a couple of players in the door. The funds are there to buy players, get it spent. I don't know if there's going to be any signings midweek. Nobody knows that right now, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But not the most optimistic, to be honest with you, Xander, but fingers crossed. Yeah,
fingers crossed, John. But I think there'll be some movement, but we don't know, as you say, John. We're only guessing and assuming here. There is a few rumours, etc., floating about, but we can only wait and see what midweek brings us, John. All right, okay, that wraps it up. Congratulations to Celtic today. Brilliant performance yet again. Keep it up, boys. It's good to watch. It's really nice to watch. St Mirren next weekend. We'll do a preview for that on Friday. But John, what can you say? If we're through to the last 8, the treble's still on.
Aye. So I think we'll get the treble this season. I don't think anybody's going to stop Celtic this season. I think this is going to be, well, I'm hoping it's going to be one of these undefeated seasons. I've just got that feeling.
Yeah, that's it, John. Okay, just a wee reminder for everybody, if you can turn on your notification bell, that would be appreciated, and hit that subscribe button as well. All right, John. Okay, thanks for coming on tonight. I know it's very late, so I do appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you in midweek.
See you midweek, Xander. Hail, mate.
Hail, John. Catch you later, pal.